Probability calculations powerfully demonstrate the impossibility of biological evolution to produce the diversity and complexity of life. It is an undeniable fact that coincidental or accidental events do not give rise to intelligent, meaningful designs. Monkeys randomly typing at a typewriter cannot compose a selection from the works of Shakespeare. An explosion in an aerospace equipment yard cannot produce a working airliner. In fact, the possibility of Darwin's evolutionary model happening in nature is no different from that of these events. Mathematically, evolution doesn't have a chance. The human alpha-globin molecule is a component of hemoglobin which performs a key oxygen transfer function in blood. Alpha-globin is a protein chain based on a sequence of 141 amino acids. There are 20 different amino acids present in living systems. So, the probability of selecting human alpha-globin at random is 1 by 20 to the power 141. This probability is so tiny. Even billions of years of random molecular trials can't cause a human alpha-globin protein molecule to ever appear. Such is the possibility of evolution to even take place in nature. At this point, even atheists should not doubt that it's genuinely impossible for evolution to produce the diversity and complexity of life in just billions of years. To make you more clear, the chance of evolution according to probability calculations is like a blind person throwing a brick into outer space and knocking down a satellite that crashes onto a target on the back of a truck speeding down the highway. Even with billions of years, that's simply not gonna happen. So, even trillions of years would not be enough to produce the simplest cell through evolution. Scientists have calculated the probability of an average-size protein to form coincidentally by evolution. Walter Bradley, Ph.D. in materials science, and Charles Thaxton, Ph.D. in chemistry, have calculated that the probability of amino acids coincidentally forming into a protein to be 4.9 multiply 10 exponent, minus 191. According to the laws of probability, events whose value of probability is less than 10 exponent, minus 50, can never happen in nature. It's an undeniable scientific law because there are no records of events with such tiny value of possibility ever taking place in nature. Probability expert Emile Borel wrote, "Events whose probabilities are extremely small never occur." We may be led to set at 10 to 50 the value of negligible probabilities on the cosmic scale. Not only is this calculated value of the possibility of protein forming coincidentally through evolution less than 10 exponent, minus 50, on top of this, just a single protein is not even close to becoming a complete living cell. Sir Fred Hoyle, Ph.D., Astronomy, and Chandra Wickramasinghe, Professor of Applied Math and Astronomy, calculated that the probability of getting a cell by naturalistic processes to be 1 x 10 carat, minus 40,000. No matter how large the environment one considers, life cannot have had a random beginning. There are about 2,000 enzymes, and the chance of obtaining them all in a random trial is only 1 part in 10 to the power of 20, carat 2000, which is equal 10 carat 40,000, an outrageously small probability that could not be faced even if the whole universe consisted of organic soup. Yet why should you blindly believe in this bullshit myth, after you know that it is completely unobservable, lacks all sorts of practical evidence and doesn't even have a chance according to plain mathematical calculations? What is the probability of ever getting one small protein of 100 left-handed amino acids by coincidental/naturalistic processes? An average protein has minimum 250 amino acids in it, all of which are left-handed. Let alone that, to assemble even just 100 left-handed amino acids, which is very less than the average protein, coincidentally would be the same probability as getting 100 heads in a row when flipping a coin. In order to get 100 heads in a row, we would have to flip a coin 10 to the power of 30 times, this is 10 multiply 10, 30 times. This is such an astounding improbability that there would not be enough time in the whole history of the universe, even with evolutionary time frames, for this to happen.